This is day 7 of my 7-day Halloween card series, and I'm working with distress inks today using the wrinkle-free distress technique that I've used before in the series. The inks that I've chosen are Fossilized Amber and Wild Honey, and the cardstock is 325 GSM Smooth White. Now I'm taking a stamp by Darkroom Door called Mesh, which I'm going to use to enhance the background, and I'm stamping this with Wild Honey Distress ink. Next I'm taking a second stamp for the background. This is from the Tim Holtz stamp set called Mini Ornate, and it's the birds that I've selected here. I'm stamping them with VersaFine Onyx Black all over the background. This is the Inkadinkado Scary Night stamp set, and from this set I'm going to choose the bird image. I'm going to stamp using VersaFine Onyx Black ink again, and I'm using 325 GSM cardstock for this image. Next, I want to add some colour around the outside of this image so that it matches the background, and for this I've chosen the Fossilized Amber ink and I'm applying it using a piece of Ranger Cut and Dry foam. Once I've finished with the Fossilized Amber, I'm also taking the Wild Honey and using this direct to paper along the very edges of the image. I'm also using the same technique to deepen the colour around the edges of the background, so I'm taking the Fossilized Amber to begin with and then also the Wild Honey direct to the card edges. For the next step, I'm choosing to layer the background onto a black textured cardstock, and I'm attaching this using double-sided tape. Now I'm attaching the central image for the card, and for this I've chosen a foam tape so that it raises the image from the background and gives it some depth. This is a Spellbinders die called Fleur de Lis squares that I'm going to use to create the insert for the card, and I'm using the Fossilized Amber ink as well as the Wild Honey to add colour to the insert. Now I'm using the Tim Holtz birds image that I used on the front of the card so that the insert is going to match the outside. Next I'm using the Fossilized Amber ink with a Stampin' Up stamp. This is the mini splatter stamp that I've used several times throughout the course of this series, and this is just to add a little bit of extra interest. For the sentiment, I've chosen the Ghostly Greetings stamp set by CC Designs, and I stamped Happy Halloween, which is 2 separate stamps. I aligned them with my stamp positioner and used VersaFine Onyx Black to stamp them with. When the insert is complete, I attach it to the card using double-sided tape, and that is the end of today's project. I really hope you enjoyed the series. It's something that I hope to do again at some point in the future, maybe with cards, maybe with something else like ATCs or bookmarks, or another mixed media item. As usual, there will be a link to the full product list in the video description, as well as my social media sites.